I'm going into the courtroom in a minute. We have court in 5 minutes. Relax, Ellis. Stop causing a disturbance, please. You're causing a disturbance. You're causing a disturbance, sir. If I take this cigarette, right, and I throw it on the ground, what would you do?
I'd either give you a warning or a ticket for littering.
Okay, well, I'm going to do that right now.
Do you mind picking it up?
I'm going to tell you what the rules are. I'm going to tell you to follow the rules, and if you don't follow the rules...
Is it the Supreme Court?
Let me finish.
I don't want to hear the rules of the court.
You promised me you would not cause a
No,
problem.
you're causing a problem right now.
No.
No. Yeah, you are.
You promised me.
No, I don't make promises.
You swear that any testimony you provide today in the course of this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Swear.
How about another one, Ellis? Huh? Here's another one. I understand the
I'm going
rules.
to take a recess until he's ready to listen.
Let's get this process over with so you can take my money and food out of my kid's mouth. What's going on, everyone? This is Press NH Now over here today at Newport District Court for my littering ticket trial. Please make sure you go like, share, and subscribe to my channel at Press NH Now. I appreciate all your support. Also, check out my playlist to see some videos you might not have seen in the past. Hit that like button, let all your friends and family know about my activism in and around the New England states. Always check the description, all links will be included. Donations are greatly appreciated. They do help me continue my activism in and around the New England area. We're gonna get right to it here, guys. Make sure you check out the video. Link will be in description and top comment. Enjoy the video. We're gonna continue our little game that we played on the side of the road back when. I'll show you some clips of it.
Stay please, I'm recording by the way.
You know, me too.
Throw cigarettes out the window, I mean.
You don't have probable cause for me, then.
Oh,
There's mine.
There's a cigarette was thrown at your vehicle.
Not mine.
There was a cherry.
Let me ask you, if I throw this out right now, what are you gonna do?
Write your ticket.
There you go, write me a ticket.
Alright, license registration, man.
Nope.
License, please.
Nope. Call a supervisor.
License.
Here's my cigarette.
Do you have any questions regarding that?
Yeah, what if I throw this one out? You gonna give me another one?
I'm not gonna play the game all night, man.
Oh, I will. I don't know, what do you think? I should throw this one out too? See what he says. What if I throw the cigarette out, La Placa?
I'll just write another ticket.
There you go.
Alrighty.
I'll do this whole night, La Placa.
It's fine. You wanna pick it up, man?
Nope.
Alright.
Oh, if you pick it up. We're here in front of the courthouse, and we're taking this littering tickets to trial, as we all should. The process is the punishment, everyone, and I suggest everyone fight the system here, even if you're guilty or not. You La Placa?
Huh?
Are you La Placa?
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
What's your name?
I'm not going to answer that question. Yeah. Can I ask what you're doing here?
Huh?
Are you here for court?
I'm here for coffee right now.
You're here for coffee?
Yes,
you just
sir.
sitting around, wasting tax dollars?
We'll talk to you later.
Are you on break? What's your name? I'm going to ask him the same question I asked La Placa. That if I take this cigarette and I throw it on the ground, what is he going to do? Let me ask you, if I throw this out right now, what are you going to do?
Write your ticket.
So we'll just play this game with this troop instead, unless I see La Placa. Hey, sir. Hey, I got a question. Can I have your name and badge number?
Sure. It's Trooper Provenzo. My badge number is 132.
Awesome. I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of who La Placa is?
Yes.
You do? Okay, so I have a question for you since he's not here. If I take this cigarette, right, and I throw it on the ground, what would you do?
I'd either give you a warning or a ticket for littering.
Okay, well, I'm going to do that right now.
Do you mind picking it up?
No, I don't.
Would you mind?
I do mind.
You
I do mind.
understand that is littering, and you could get,
I don't understand that, actually.
and you could get a ticket for that.
Can you explain that to me, sir?
I'll take care of that later.
You're going to take care of it later, like La Placa did? Do you mind picking up the cigarette, sir? Yeah, let's do it again. I don't know if he gave me my warning or not. Is that my warning? And guys, I just want to let you know, I do not litter with my cigarettes. I either put them in my pocket or and then throw them in the trash. This is just being defiant with their petty crimes for pulling people over, like you saw in the video in the past. And I do have court here actually for the same thing. The process is the punishment, and we're dealing with that today. Sir, you want to pick up that cigarette for me, please? No. Have I been given a warning for littering?
No.
I have not.
No.
So if I take this cigarette right here and I throw it on the ground, what are you going to do about that?
I'll probably just do a warrant for that one and that one.
Okay, so if I throw another one on the ground, here, no, here, here's another one. Here's another one. I just littered again, buddy. What are you going to do now? That's 3. Nothing, right? Here's another one. Here's another littering.
Okay.
You want to give me a ticket? Is that 2 warnings, 3 warnings, or 4? How about another one, Ellis? Huh? Here's another one. I'm proving a point. That's what I'm doing here, Ellis.
Okay,
Where's La Placa? You La Placa? You gonna give me another ticket?
what's your point?
My point is that I'm being defiant.
Okay.
And there's no victim in this case.
Okay.
I don't even know what we're doing here. All you're doing is stealing my money. And I'm pissed off about it.
All right.
All right? I don't mind being in court. You know that, Ellis.
Absolutely.
All right?
Yep.
So on that matter, here's another one.
Yep. So it's okay for you to.
It is now.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you'd like to pick those up, you can do so. Unless we want to proceed.
Oh, we're gonna proceed.
We're going to proceed, but so I'm not going to get any more warnings or tickets for that?
I didn't say that.
Is anybody here? You have what? 4 law enforcement officers here? Nobody's going to give me a ticket, right? But you're willing to give me a ticket on the side of the road, right?
Let's let the situation escalate and handle your court.
No, don't tell me I have to de-escalate. I can do what I want.
You can't film in the court.
I'm going into the courtroom in a minute. We have court in 5 minutes. Relax, Ellis. You know I have media registration forms.
The system, the situation, so we can
Yeah.
possibly get this case
All of you.
solved for tonight, and then we'll deal with everything else later. Mark.
Let's get this process over with so you can take my money and food out of my kid's mouth. I don't want to hear shit from any of you. Go pick up my cigarettes. Because I'm not. If you want to give me a ticket, we'll come back in 6 months. It's court session? It's not? Okay.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So you need to shut that off.
I'm going to go in and record.
Do you have permission from the judge?
I don't know. Did you ask him? I have registration forms. I'm registered media. He doesn't have a problem with it. Who is this, sweetheart?
But you have to have prior permission.
I do. I have called a registration form.
No. You
It's a
don't have-
media registration form.
You don't have prior permission today.
That is,
Mark,
no,
to
it's
film in the
notice.
courtroom.
It's notice. It's notice. Can we proceed, please, and get this over with?
You don't.
Well, I'll ask the judge if I could record in there, and then we'll go from there. There you go. Does that subside you?
We'll find out before, won't
Let's
we?
go. Find out before. I already gave you my notice, and I'm media registered.
You promised me you would not cause a
No,
problem. in
you're
this
causing a
court.
problem right now.
No, no.
No. Yeah. You are.
You promised me.
No, I don't make promises,
You
okay?
did. Are
No.
you going against your word?
I'm sure, if that's how you want to put it. Are you putting words in my mouth?
No. You.
I
stood
never
right
made you a
here
promise. Nope, I never made
year
you a
ago,
promise.
and
Stop.
you promised because
Stop.
of the way you
Stop
were
causing a
treated in
disturbance,
here,
please.
because of the
You're
way
causing
you
a
were
disturbance.
treated,
You're
you
causing
would
a
not
disturbance,
cause
sir.
problem in here.
I'm not going to answer any more questions. Causing a disturbance. You're disturbing my peace. Yeah, you guys need to learn how to de-escalate anyway. Proud to serve that for you. I'll train you. So 4 officers saw me throw a cigarette outside and you're not going to give me a ticket.
We didn't say that.
I didn't say that. I said
Incredible.
I'm not going to do it right now.
All right, don't do it right now. I'll see you in 6 months. I'll waste more tax dollars. It's all right. You know this case has cost more already? Literally more than those 2 tickets that you gave me? It's ridiculous. Between the prosecutor, the judge, and you being here, it's already cost the state, what, a few $100s, if not more? Crazy. Crazy. And I'm already registered with the media with the AOC, just to put you guys on notice. It's prior notice, not prior permission. Get that
I find
right.
it amazing, Mark. That
Sorry?
I said I find it amazing that the last time we dealt with each other,
Uh-huh.
you were a gentleman.
Yep.
We were able to talk.
Yep, but this is different.
Okay.
This is different.
Because you're on video. It's the only reason.
What do you mean, because I'm on video? I'm not on video. You're on video.
Yeah. But you're gonna.
You got a problem with that?
No, absolutely not.
Well, obviously, the courts have a problem here,
No.
even though they know that I'm already registered with the media from the AOC, and they still have a f***ing problem with it, like usual. But I'm here to change that.
Okay.
And I'm willing to take an arrest on it, too, and then fight that in the Supreme Court with their own rules, which is unconstitutional. So if you really want to get down to it. And you already stole my money last time. $67 out of my kid's mouth. I appreciate that. I hope you feel good about it. I don't know who the victim here is, but there is none. Unless it's the state of New Hampshire, who is not a person. It's not an entity. It's not a business. I don't get what the point there is.
The last time we were here was a speeding ticket.
Yep. And now we're here for this.
Okay.
Sweetheart never has an issue with me recording in there. And they have to give another person the objection in order for me to stop. And it's got to be under the court rules in order to do so, like privacy, juveniles, such like that. There's none here. Maybe it's transparency. I think it might be transparency. What do you say?
He said he did not have a conversation with you and it needs to be in writing.
I'm registered already. It's on file.
That's not in writing for the Supreme Court order.
It is. It's registered. I'm registered with the media. Call the AOC. I am registered.
You're registered, but you don't have written permission from the presiding judge.
So get it from him. I don't need to.
You do.
No, I don't, and I'm not. So let's go into court. I'll ask the judge, and we'll see what he says.
Prohibited from photographing, recording, audio, camera, cell phone, video, or any other media, broadcasting, transmitting, or televising in the lobby or other non-courtroom area.
Yep, I'm trying to go into the courtroom for my hearing. And I am recording the public officials in the course of their duties at the moment who are trying to investigate me for possibly littering. Give me 1 second, Your Honor.
All right, 1:15. I'm just going to ask, we're going to just do something procedural here before we get underway. I'd like to have your files after.
Yeah, me too.
That's your request. And we've had spent enough time in the courtroom to get
What if I throw the cigarette out La Placa?
I'll just write another ticket.
There you go.
Alrighty.
let you know that I really just want to hear what people have to say. But another part of my role, as you also know,
Your what? Roll, yeah.
as you also know,
course.
is to enforce the court rules
Yep.
and the Supreme Court orders as I know them to be. So come on up.
Yeah.
I noticed that you're recording.
Yeah, I just want to inform you, I am registered with the AOC as media. I do have a registration form.
Can I see that?
I don't have a copy on me. I really don't. I've handed them out to like 3 or 4 different courts.
Okay.
I could swear under oath that I am. I can promise you that. That's as far as I can do with any.
All I know is that when I think that Cindy from Claremont had said that they tried to accept that from you in that court and it wasn't the authorized form. So
Yes.
here's what
I have a copy on my phone. I can show you that.
you and I know each other well enough to know how this is going to work. So
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what the rules are. I'm going to tell you to follow the rules, and if you don't follow the rules,
Is it the Supreme Court?
Let me finish.
I don't want to hear the rules of the court. I already understand the root.
This is very simple, Mr.
I
Manchin. Either you are going to,
understand the
I'm going
rules.
to take a recess until he's ready to listen. I'm not going to talk.
All right, let's delay this even more. It's fine with me. I don't want to hear the rules. I know the rules.
We're gonna try this one more time, it's not whether or not you want to hear me explain the rules. It's in order for me to be fair to you and explain to you what's in my mind and why I'm making my decisions, I need to be able to talk. And we have a very good system for working out disputes if people are able to talk. But when you're interrupting me, when I'm trying to speak, it makes it impossible for me to create my record. And here, let me also point this out to you. If you have an issue with the rules that I need to explain to you, you have the only way for you to actually challenge them in a meaningful way is, as you know, by going to the Supreme Court. And the only way I can make a record is by talking without you interrupting. So if you would like to have the opportunity to make a meaningful change in ways that you think are important, then you need to be able to challenge them with the Supreme Court. So I'm going to make a record for you, and then you can say you can disagree.
There's nothing to challenge, Your Honor. I know the court rules. It's the Supreme Court rules. I've followed those rules. I've filed myself with the AOC for registered media. That's it.
I just don't have any evidence.
Can I show you a copy, Your Honor?
Sure.
It's on my phone. That's all I have for you.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So you ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor.
Any questions or concerns before we get going, or should we get underway with the witness?
Yeah, I'd like to have this case dismissed based on the fact that the state does not have a victim to claim, and I don't know who the victim here is. The state cannot be a victim of a crime or civil penalty. The other thing is that asking for a dismissal based on the simple fact that there's no injury, there's no party to complain here except for the state. There's no relief, requesting that this behavior changes. I mean, money taken out of my pocket's not going to change anybody's behavior, as far as I'm concerned. If I want to go outside and go litter 10 cigarettes, I will. If I take this cigarette right here and I throw it on the ground, what are you going to do about that? How about another one, Ellis? Huh? Here's another one.
Okay. Do you want to say anything in response to that, Mr. Ellis?
Nope.
Okay. The defendant has not pointed to any rule of law, case law, statutory law, or anything that would support the premise that there has to be a named victim in order to proceed with a criminal charge, especially, or in this case, not even a criminal charge, a non-criminal violation of offense for littering. So the motion to dismiss is denied based on those two bases, and we'll get underway with the witnesses. So you can have a seat, Mr. Manchin. Sure. And Trooper, could you please call your first witness?
Say we call Trooper LaPlaca to the stand.
Trooper, do you swear that any testimony you provide today in the course of this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sure.
Okay, you can sit down. Mr. Ellis, go ahead.
Trooper, could you state your name, spell your last name for the court?
My name is Anthony LaPlaca. Last name capital L-A, capital P-L-A-C-A.
And how are you employed?
I'm employed by the State Police in New Hampshire. I was hired in August of 2019, graduated the 180th Academy December, and began on FTO next year.
During that training, did you receive instruction in both criminal and motor vehicle law?
Yes, sir.
And you said you graduated from that academy?
Yes, sir.
And what's your assignment at this point?
I'm assigned to Troop C, Sullivan County Patrol.
So drawing your attention to December 20th of 2022, can you tell the court where you were?
I was performing stationary patrol on Elm Street in the town of Newport.
Okay. And approximately 8 p.m., anything unusual catch your attention?
While performing stationary patrol, I observed a vehicle that I believed to be traveling faster than the posted speed limit of 35. So I exited where I was stationary and I pursued after the vehicle. Obviously I could not get a reading on the vehicle because he was stopped at the stop sign before turning right westbound onto John Stark.
Okay. Anything unusual catch your attention after that?
Yes, as I was following the vehicle westbound John Stark Highway in the town of Newport, I observed a cigarette that was thrown from the vehicle.
Okay, you said it was on John Stark Highway?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, the state would ask the court to take judicial notice that John Stark Highway in Newport is a public road.
And you should that, Mr. Manchin?
What?
Do you contest that it's a public road?
No.
Okay, so noted.
After seeing, all right, you said you saw a cigarette come out of the vehicle. Can you describe what happened when that cigarette came out?
While I was behind the vehicle, I should establish that there was no vehicles traveling eastbound, where there's no vehicles in front of the other vehicle, it was just that vehicle. I observed about 5 times the cigarette hit the pavement, and each time sparks flew.
Okay. You take action?
I did. I
What-
conducted a motor vehicle stop. I activated my emergency lights, 360, and conducted a traffic stop.
Now, did that vehicle pull over immediately?
No.
How far did the vehicle go? What actions did it take?
So I observed the vehicle turn on its emergency 4 ways, and I observed that the vehicle was very slow to stop and proceeded on for, I'm not sure the amount of time, but it was longer than it would take under normal circumstances. It just took some time before he pulled over completely and came to a stop.
Okay, but he did stop.
Yes, sir.
Did you make contact with the driver?
I did, sir.
Did you recognize the driver?
I do, please. Right there, Your Honor.
Can you?
Mark.
Okay. Let the record reflect, Your Honor, that the troopers identified the defendant as the driver of the vehicle.
Well, he hasn't done anything to describe the defendant, so at this time, he has not done it.
Okay. Can you describe what the person is wearing?
Yes. He's wearing a t-shirt. He has tattoos on his arm. He's sitting in that seat.
Let the record reflect, he has identified Mr. Manchin?
I think he has now. Any objection, Mr. Manchin?
No.
Okay.
This is a charade.
Did you have a conversation with the driver?
I did. As I approached, I identified myself as state police that I was recording and requested the license registration. I advised the reason the stop was that somebody threw a cigarette out the window.
And what was his response to that?
At that time, he had a cigarette in his hand, and he proceeded to put the cigarette out, and advised that this was his probable cause, that he did not throw a cigarette out the window.
Okay. Any other conversation you had with him?
The gist of the conversation was me requesting his license and registration, and he refusing based on his belief that he had probable cause. License, please.
Nope. Call a supervisor.
That he did not throw a cigarette out the window. The passenger, when there was a female passenger, he told me to get her ID for some reason.
Okay. So what did you do after he refused to give you his identification?
So after going back and forth with him about the license, I was able to identify him through previous professional contact as Mark, which I advised him, like, Mark, let me have your license, please. And he refused to give me the license. By then, after a few rounds of that, he requested a supervisor under me.
Okay. Did you return to your cruiser?
I did.
And what did you do?
I contacted Sergeant Sanctuary, who was the on-duty supervisor at this time, advised him of the stop and what was happening, and he advised that he was currently in Keene, I believe, in Cheshire, about 40 minutes away.
Did you return and explain that to,
I did.
and what was his response?
His response that I was illegally detaining him, that he wanted to leave, and he would not wait for the supervisor.
Okay. Anything else unusual happen?
Yes. After going back and forth with him, I advised him not to litter or throw cigarettes out the window. And then he produced a cigarette that was lit and asked me what's going to happen if I throw the cigarette out the window.
What if I throw the cigarette out La Placa?
I'll just write another ticket.
There you go.
Alrighty. I advised him that I would write him a ticket, and then he threw it right in the middle of the road.
Did Mr. mention that you were being recorded also?
Yes.
The first time you went up, or?
When I first approached him on the traffic stop, he did it. I advised that I was recording, and then he advised that he was recording as well.
Okay. So what did you do after he threw the second cigarette out on the ground?
Well, the second cigarette when he threw out, I asked him to get it. He said no. So once I received his license and registration, I made sure nobody's coming in the roadway, and I picked up the cigarette to be disposed properly at a later time. And then returned to my cruiser, and I drafted a ticket for littering.
Okay. And when you went back up to issue that ticket, then what happened?
Once I gave him the ticket, he again produced a cigarette and said, "What's going to happen if I throw the cigarette?" I advised I write him another ticket. So he proceeded to throw the cigarette back onto the roadway. Another cigarette, I should say. And at that time, I went back to I picked the cigarette out of the road, then I went back to my cruiser and prepared another ticket.
Objection, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Let the state be known that he did not produce a second ticket on the site of the traffic violation stop. It was about 6 so
He hasn't said that he had it. No.
He said he wrote a second ticket.
Well, let's just say that it's not a legal objection. It sounds like you have some dispute over the facts as to what exactly he did. So
Yes.
you can reserve that argument until his cross-examination if you choose to ask him about that. Go ahead, Trooper.
So, Trooper, where you were, have you ever had problems with issuing tickets from that location?
Yes, the second time that I went to get another ticket for him, my printer was malfunctioning, was not printing. So that's when I approached him, I advised that I was sending it through the mail. There's an option we are allowed to do where we can send a certified copy through the mail.
If you're unable to print out an actual hard copy ticket?
Yes,
And who usually sends that to the defendant?
the DMV.
DMV. So did you issue him one ticket that night?
I issued 2 in total.
Okay. Did you give him one or both issued through DMV?
I gave him 1 hard copy, then my printer experienced issues, so I gave him 1 through certified mail.
Any other conversation you had with the defendant before he left?
The defendant was basically established that he could do this all night, and that he would continue to do so. So I essentially, after the second ticket, I ended contact, went to my vehicle. He remained in his vehicle parked and wouldn't leave, so at that time I left. I left him on the side of the road.
And that ended your contact with the defendant?
Yes.
No further questions.
Any questions for Mr. LaPlaca? Trooper, would you like to submit any evidence or testify, or?
No, if I'm going to be found guilty on one of each of these charges or civil violations, I'd like the state to at least drop one and either find me guilty of the other or dismiss both. That's my record. All right, everyone. So as you saw in there, I was found guilty of 2 littering tickets, in which I will be paying within 7 days. The bailiffs in here, the state police. It's just absolute defiance, man. I'm telling you. Make sure you go check him out too on YouTube. He's been helping me out a lot with my other cases. But on a short note, you know, it's just ridiculous. They're just extorting money. You know, I didn't throw out the cigarette that day. I did later on in the stop just to be defiant with him with LaPlaca. So anyway, please make sure you go like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Press NH Now. And donations are greatly appreciated, guys. They do help me continue my activism in and around the New England states. All links will be in description. Make sure you go check out that video, like I said, if you haven't already. Until the next one, guys, Press NH Now. Peace.